Hello there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport Branch, and today we're going to be talking about a book haul of lots of different genres. So before I jump into it, I just want to let you know that you can order any of these books from our library. You can use our online catalog, which is linked down below. It's very easy. You just need a library card. And if it's been a while since you've used your library card, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give us a call at any of the 4 branches and just make sure that we have your updated information so that we can contact you when your book arrives for you. Did I mention you can order them to the library of your choice? Yeah, it's a pretty amazing service. I use it all the time, so highly recommend it. We also have free ebooks, audiobooks, free access to the New York Times, all kinds of amazing free resources on our website digitally, and you can again order physical books. And all of the titles and author names that I'm mentioning in today's video will be listed down below in the description, so you can just copy and paste them directly into the online catalog. Okay, let's jump into the book haul. I will also include genre timestamps down below, so if there's a genre you're really interested in and you want to skip the rest, you can do that. So our first genre is going to be biography and memoir, and our first book will be If You Would Have Told Me by John Stamos. So this is a memoir that takes readers from John Stamos's younger days at his father's burger joint, flipping burgers, to the height of his success as an actor, where he was living alone, divorced, and with no kids. After believing in Disney magic, he realized he had to create his own magic. So there you go. Next, let's talk about The Woman in Me by Britney Spears, which is another memoir. In June 2021, the whole world was listening as Britney Spears spoke in open court. The Woman in Me is a memoir that allows Britney to tell her own story for the first time, learn how she became one of the greatest performers in pop history. The Woman in Me is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, book on CD, and in the Spanish language. Next, we'll be journeying into the self-help genre, and our self-help book for today is going to be Hidden Potential by Adam Grant, which is about the science of achieving greater things. Rather than chronicling the habits of innately talented superstars who accomplish great things, Hidden Potential reveals how anyone can build the character skills and motivational structures to realize their own potential. Hidden Potential is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and book on CD. Next, let's jump into the thriller genre, and our thriller for today is going to be The Secret by Lee Child and Andrew Child, which is a Jack Reacher novel. Across the U.S., respectable, upstanding citizens are showing up dead. Office politics quickly divide over Jack Reacher's involvement in the interagency investigation, but Jack is more interested in dispensing justice. The Secret is also available on book on CD, ebook, and e-audiobook. Our next genre is going to be sci-fi, and our sci-fi for today is Shakedown by Scott Sigler, which is military sci-fi. If you are convicted of assault, fraud, cowardice, murder, or you just crossed the wrong admiral, you might find yourself aboard the Crypt, a ship rumored to have an 80% crew mortality rate. Shakedown is only available on book on CD. That sounds so good. I definitely want to read that. Our next genre is going to be historical fiction, and our first historical fiction is going to be Sisters Under the Rising Sun by Heather Morris, which is about an English musician who stays in Singapore to care for her husband and elderly parents during World War II, and a Welsh-Australian nurse who has enlisted to tend the Allied troops. Both are captured as Singapore falls to the Japanese. Sisters Under the Rising Sun is also available on book on CD. And our other historical fiction book today is going to be Let Us Descend by Jesmyn Ward, which is a literary historical fiction with elements of magical realism. Let Us Descend follows Annis, an enslaved African-American teenager, as she journeys from the rice fields of the Carolinas to the slave markets of New Orleans and a Louisiana sugar plantation. Let Us Descend is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and book on CD. Our next genre is going to be mystery, and our first mystery today is From a Far and Lovely Country by Alexander McCall Smith. This is the audio CD version. It's just one CD now, which is incredible. And if you guys have been using the library for a long time, you might have seen we used to have gigantic books of 9 or 16 CDs that you had to keep track of, and no longer. It's all on one CD now, which is pretty cool. So A Far and Lovely Country by Alexander McCall Smith is the latest installment of the #1 ladies detective agency mystery series following Maura Matsue, who must help an American find her way to her late grandfather's village and investigate a singles club where married men are encouraged to behave as though single. Sketchy much. From a Far and Lovely Country is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, and book on CD. Have you guys seen the TV show for this? It's really good. Next, we have Lost and Hound by Rita Mae Brown, which is another mystery. This is the latest installment of the charming Sister Jane mystery series. The festive Virginian fall season is interrupted by the appearance of a dead body. When the victim turns out to be a stamp collector and another collection is stolen, Sister suspects a connection. Next, we have Hercule Poirot's Silent Night by Sophie Hannah. Hercule Poirot and Edward Catchpole are called upon to investigate the murder of a man in a Norfolk hospital ward at Christmas time. Catchpole's mother hosts them while they investigate and clearly knows more than what she's saying. Hercule Poirot's Silent Night is also available on e-audiobook and Playaway. Our next genre is going to be romance, and our first romance is going to be Second Act by Danielle Steele. As a top Hollywood executive, Andy Westfield has it all until his world is upended. He retires to a tiny coastal town 2 hours from London to recover and hires former journalist Violet Smith to help put his affairs in order. But Violet is also at a crossroads. Second Act is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, book on CD, and large type. And finally, we have Dark Memory by Christine Feehan, which is a Carpathian novel. So this is a fantasy romance. Evil has come to Sophia Meziane's small town on the coast of Algeria. She has trained all her life to protect her family from what she thought were legends, but she didn't know she had been promised to a warrior who would join her. Dark Memory is also available on book on CD, ebook, and e-audiobook. That is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this book haul. Let us know down below if you order any of these books or if you have any questions for us, because we really love to hear from you. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.